Yo, what is going on with Dogecoin, guys? So SNL is currently live right now, and I'm just gonna make this video because Elon already hosted, he already started, and he actually did mention Dogecoin during the SNL live when he was actually hosting it with his mother up there. And basically, if you guys did not see, his mother was saying, "What do you want to get me for, or what are you getting me for Mother's Day?" And he was like, "I'll probably get you some Dogecoin or whatever, or something around that, like getting his mother Dogecoin, right?" I don't remember exact quotes, but look at Dogecoin right now. We are taking a huge sell-off right now. Humongous sell-off. Originally, it was selling off earlier, but now it's like fat sell-off. Look at this sell-off right here. Now, let's just see. Look at Dogecoin right now. Look at the market cap. Now we're down to 63. Looks like 64 now here. Volume, let's see. Let me refresh the page, make sure the volume's not here. But looks like right now, this is basically like a panic. So pretty much, let's go to like the 1 minute chart because 1 hour makes no sense. But for the most part, we can see here, right? When I was watching it, it was around like 63, whatever. We go up to 70, sells off again, and pretty much like right when the start of like SNL started, it just sold. It just basically took this huge dip, and then some people did buy in like at 51. It went out to like 50. I think it was like 57, 56. And at first, this was like a reversal, but now it seems like as the show continues, there wasn't really much else. It was more just like, in my own opinion, it's a typical like show, late night show parody, and obviously the stuff's like script and all that. But regardless of the show, like Elon Musk, he featured in a couple skits and all that. But there's like really nothing major regarding for Doge, right? So basically, guess what? People were really upset. Now you can even go on like comment section of exchanges. Like I think for like Weibo particularly, a lot of people are upset because it's like he mentioned it, but the market does not. They didn't care, right? So again, this is a prime example of buy the rumor, sell the news. I've been saying this literally the whole time. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Most likely what's going to happen. And then in case if he mentions it and like pretty much nothing goes on, Dogecoin basically going to sell off, right? So it seems like it did basically that. It didn't go and spike up pretty much. It seems like, again, the price was already discounted into Doge coming up to this week. So for the most part, I mean, we can see the 70 plus cents. And that's what a lot of people were predicting, that it could potentially hit upcoming to actually today, literally now, right? And it technically did hit 70 plus cents, and now people are taking profits. Now, I don't know who is selling or what are the addresses, if the whales are dumping or not, but if someone were to pull that up, feel free to let me know. But basically right now, we do have a sell-off, and typically what happens with these, right? So like by the time this video is up, two things could happen. Doge could continue to drop, could be well below in the 40 cents, or it could have reversed already and we're back up to the norm. Typically, what I've noticed is it all depends really on people wanting to get in or not, right? Because these panic sells, people start to freak out. If you're new to the space, you just starting getting in, you will see this. And let's pretend, hypothetically, you bought up here. And also remember, this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. Be sure to do your research before making any investments. But basically, for any people who bought like up here and they're their first time and they pretty much put more money than they can afford to lose, that's why a lot of people say like only put what you're capable of losing, because if it were to drop significantly like right now, it's not, you're not gonna, you'll be able to sleep well. But a lot of people, if they put too much stuff, like let's say you got a pie here, right? Well, let's say you got a 70. If this is your first time in the game, you're gonna see this dip to like 50. You're gonna panic. You're going to sell. And what ends up happening is it causes everybody else to sell because they're panicking. They just see red candlesticks and they think it's the end of the world. Guess what? They start to sell. And it basically causes an avalanche effect. And typically, whenever you see this happen in like legitimate coins, usually it's going to buy back the dip. Like right now, you can see the dip is people are buying back in. So we have green candlesticks, right? So it seems like we will have to wait in the next few, I'd say hours or even days to see what's the new floor for Dogecoin. But in reality, it seems like there's so much people community holding behind it anyways that this little micro dip might not actually mean much in the next few weeks if people were to continue supporting Dogecoin. But typically what happens if you do sell, for instance, you see these massive red candlesticks and people sell off and it doesn't stop. And like, I don't know if you've ever seen some charts where like the red candlesticks literally go from like the high point to basically zero. It's usually multiple reasons. Typically, the most common is the company was doing some illegal stuff. There was some doing, basically it was a scam. And at that point, it like got caught. Maybe, the CEO got arrested or whatever. Basically, something really bad happened where the company basically closed down or they got caught for fraud, whatever. That's whenever you see those massive candlesticks drop to zero. Here, Dogecoin, there's really nothing bad regarding it, or I'd say even good. Besides, like, it's people like it, and it's a meme coin. So in terms of the potential for this to bounce back, which is technically doing it right now, it's basically off of the community, and if they decide to continue to invest in Doge, or if they see it as a worthless cryptocurrency. Because there's two sides to this, right? There's the half that they want to get in really quick, make a little short-term trade in like a day or two, whatever percent they got in, or however long they've had it, they want to get out. They made some profits, they're out. Then there's the other half that they've been FOMOing. They want to get in, but they can't. And they're basically waiting for this dip. They see this massive dip, and they're like, oh my gosh, this is my time to shine. Let me get in here. And then they buy back in. And it's like a battle 50-50 between ends up buyers and sellers. And then pretty much, if the whales, I'd say, decide to just dump their Doge, then the price is going to fall out of the sky. Like, there's really nothing going to stop at that point, because the whales, pretty much, they control Dogecoin. So us retail investors, people who are putting in, a few K, whatnot, it's really not going to do much to Doge. It's really dependent on the whales right now. So, again, short term, yeah, this is not looking too good. Obviously, again, this is clear prime example by the rumor, sell the news. And as it's coming up, a lot of people, they didn't really discount the price of the news in the price already. What I mean is, like, a lot of people already knew what was going on. So it's almost as if, like, the price was already part of what they knew already. It's not like Elon was going to do some secret stuff. Right now, obviously, I paused SNL, so I'm not watching it anymore live. But if he were to even do anything, at this point, even us to go to $1 at this point, we're still at basically, it looks like a 50% gain, right? Now, short term, this looks terrible, right? No one wants to see this. We're expecting some crazy news. All the people who are in here for the short term that didn't really care about Doge, just want to make quick buck, they're probably going to get out, or maybe exit their positions, or take a loss or whatnot, right? Now, there's the other side of people who actually like Doge. You prefer it to be something you want to either just be a part of, or you're just in here to make some gains too. And again, just short term, a lot of people, this shook out a lot of people's hands. And this is not saying that Doge could continue to drop. Yes, it could literally, by the time this video's up, could be back down to like 30, 40, even 20 plus cents. Who knows? Or even lower. We don't know yet, right? But there's still the other side, right? Mark Cuban even says that Doge could potentially hit $1, right? Because I think people are looking at this so short term, and they're looking at it like, oh, it's going to hit $1 right now. And again, unfortunately, Elon Musk, he did not do much craziness that we were expecting. So the price, technically, you can see in the short term, correlated to that. But that doesn't mean that in the next few days or weeks, something else could happen that might be even bigger, right? So again, this just depends on your risk tolerance. Short term, yes, this is going to shake out a lot of people. They're probably going to be like, oh, Doge is not worth it. It's a waste of time. Which, if they get in, they get in. They get out, they get out. But again, we still are pretty much 50% away from the $1 price points. And at this point, it's like, what's stopping Doge from crashing down, right? In reality, I'd say it's basically the whales, right? I don't really see anything causing Doge to crash besides the whales just decided to take the profits, because they pretty much control the majority of Doge. Now, what's preventing this from going back up? At that point, it's just basically mass adoption, people using this for businesses, and it's literally being used as an actual payment method, and people are actually going to adopt it as an actual currency, right? So again, this is short term. We see this minor dip. Obviously, the news, people sold a lot of the news, and it's, in the reality, at 70 cents, it's not too crazy dip. Let's go up here. We're looking at 30%, not I would say super crazy. Still, yeah, it hurts. Definitely it hurts to see this dip. But again, short term, it depends. If you got in at 1 cent or even 0.01, you're up still like a good super amount. But if you got in above the current price right now, you're probably hurting right now. But again, this is a prime example, guys, of buy the rumor, sell the news. And this could bounce back. I'm probably just going to wait out the week and see what is going on in the actual community, because this was the big event that was running up to Doge, but who knows, maybe something else happens with another person, or maybe Elon does something else. We'll have to wait and see. But at least currently right now, it is not the best looking charts. We will have to see when I wake up tomorrow. If I wake up and Doge is like 25 cents, then yeah, we will be hurting for people who got up above. But at least right now, the news is over. SNL, he did technically mention Doge, which we were predicting if he wasn't even going to mention it. He mentioned Doge. Price did not, it barely spoke. It basically sold off in micro gains, and now it's selling off right now. So again, short term, not looking too good, but who knows, in 1 year, maybe 5 years, 10 years down the road, if Doge is still here and people are starting to get into this, Again, we'll just have to wait and see. Short term, it's not looking good, but long term, I feel like there's definitely more room for Doge to adopt to other people, more businesses, and grow. So definitely, do let me know your thoughts. Are you upset with SNL and what Elon did? Do you think that Doge still has potential to hit $1 by the end of 2021? What are your price predictions? Because I know a lot of people who became Doge millionaires, they basically lost like 30+%, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars just in a couple minutes, just because of tonight. So again, we'll have to wait and see, but do let me know your thoughts about this tonight, and I'll definitely check them out and then make some other videos in the future. But be sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.